Good evening, YouTube. Welcome back to Play the Hits. This is the final episode of Leon B in Resident Evil 2. Nick, we have enough ammo to take down a small army, but I can't help but feel like we could have enough to take down a large army if I were just more careful.
Will we be fighting a small army?
I guess that remains to be seen, doesn't it?
It's going to be an army of terracotta soldiers, isn't it?
That would be like the greatest ending to this series.
Well, a man can dream. How you doing tonight?
Not too shabby. It is Tiki Wednesday, which really just means I mix myself a tropical drink.
I really thought like the Mexican place in town was having some sort of special or some sort.
No, that would be cool, though. Though I couldn't really enjoy it because we had evening service. Oh, boy.
Oh,
all right.
Hey. Just drop right in.
Oh, God. This hallway, I forgot about that for a second there.
I like how everyone has gotten to a standstill now.
Circle in, circle in, circle.
I'm glad you got that video.
Well, yeah, no, I watched it again for the first time in like a decade. And you were totally right. We did basically base Doc fighting off of that bit.
What can I say? It was a 10-year-old Will Ferrell bit.
You know, it is a gem. Yeah, just in case.
New messages.
Bat fight, a gentleman's game.
Game of honor and diplomacy.
Oh,
I thought it was integrity, but it turned out to be diplomacy.
Diplomacy, yes.
Because, you know, I guess they... Oh, God, I can't take another puzzle after the
It's really not. It's the same.
Slime mixer.
No, this is the same as in Claire's. It's basically just you watching this robot arm insert the phallus into the, Wait, what's the female equivalent to phallus? Like, what's the word that I'm looking for here? Not orifice, but...
All I know is that in the tech industry that there's two nodules called the master and slave, and apparently you can't call them that anymore because it's politically incorrect.
Yeah, they probably came down on that pretty hard.
Speaking of politically incorrect, do you remember that Super Bowl commercial from like 8 years ago concerning GM where they were talking about how we're taking more robots off the production line and putting people back on? And it was like one of those little arm robots that was out of work trying to make it as like a package sorter or working at McDonald's, and eventually it just throws itself off of a bridge.
What? No, that's awesome though.
Some sort of anti-suicide group had some things to say about it.
You remember the Doritos one where the two dudes almost kissed and everyone lost their shit?
I don't, but
Okay, we can salvage this.
I do remember the Energizer Bunny commercial where the guy was like in a horrible skiing accident and he was in a full body cast and his wife leaves him home.
Oh.
And then he turns on, what was it?
Nick,
like, you know,
Nick.
what?
Oh my God, you have no idea. That took every ounce of willpower that I have not to break out running.
No, that was just rolling the RNG dice.
Oh dear God. Anyway.
Did you ever have to go back there?
Nope.
Oh.
Oh my God!
Oh,
What
he
the
still
hell?
wants you. Not even scathed.
What just happened there? You want to tell me what that was, asshole?
Remember, you are in the danger zone as far as health goes.
So is he.
You're the one with 3 bullets left.
How many bullets does he have?
No, he's got at least the 3 that are lodged in his cranium.
God, what a horse's ass.
He's just doing his job, Chris.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
well, so
let's,
am I. What the friggity fuck? Alright, there's an easy way to make this work.
Well, remember, we've got enough ammo to take on a small terracotta army. So,
Spritz the houseplant. There he goes.
Did you by chance happen to see the news today and the story about the Pope?
No? Should I be concerned?
No. Well, you know me. I only try to keep it lighthearted. Oh, hey, hello. It was this video of, I guess, the Pope was really trying to get people to not kiss his ring. And it's this incredibly awkward video of, like, all these people coming up to him after Mass and shaking his hand and then trying to kiss his ring, but he keeps pulling his hand away like he's playing slapjack.
What is... Okay. Wow.
I'm getting the feeling that the flamethrower isn't as effective as the brochure led us to believe.
Tell that to this zombie. I really just think they've been down here so long that they are over hungry.
Why do zombies need to eat people anyways? Like, is that ever established?
I've wondered that myself. Wait, this is where we got the thing. Why did we come back
I
down here
mean,
again?
if it's a dead body, why does it still feel hunger?
Right. Never mind. We're in good shape. I mean, despite the risk of imminent death, but let's see.
Yeah, he's kind of limping his way through the corridor there.
I'm still liking our odds. I am still liking our odds, Nick. So how's this week going for you? People coming in with their last-minute panic attacks for taxes?
Oh no, that comes later. That's in April.
That comes later.
Yeah, right now everyone's still pretty chill and relaxed, but you know, a few more days we'll be in April, and then people start hyperventilating, and then it becomes my problem.
That's when the shit gets real, huh?
Well, I will say, my week has been fine. Duncan, however, went under the knife for his transformative plastic surgery on Tuesday.
Oh dear God! The fact that you say "under the knife" in relation to his testicles, like my whole body just tensed up.
Yeah, well, oh hello. Yeah, well, hey, here's something even creepier. So I thought all these years of neutering just involved cutting the dogs. No, apparently they completely removed the testicles.
Oh. See,
I did not know
haven't
that.
really done a whole lot of research into the subject.
I always thought it was like a doggy vasectomy, but no, they just completely removed the testicles.
They just go right to town, huh?
Yeah, it's just, yeah. Oh, I could go into more detail, but I accidentally looked up a WikiHow with pictures.
Oh, that's not what you want.
Anyways, yeah, so, you know, because I was on my crusade about his Uniball, they had to cut into his abdomen twice in order to find it.
Oh.
What they did. Now, granted, he looks like Swiss cheese down there, but
Dude.
the important thing is that... Is there someone behind you? The important thing is that they got everything in one shot, so Duncan is doing really well health-wise.
One shot, one kill, huh?
Pretty much. 2 for 1.
Oh, man. Makes you sound like they had like a critical hit on his nutsack, you know?
Well, you know, it's one of those deals. You pay for one testicle to get neutered, but they throw in the second one for free. It's a BOGO.
BOGO.
Yeah, BOGO. I had a coupon. It was a BOGO on the neutering. Sorry.
There we go.
No, but I was really worried about him. This is the dog that would rocket off the couch at a moment's notice, and then yesterday all he did was lay there and look at me.
Just forlorn, like, what did you do, Nick? What the fuck did you do?
Something's missing, but I'm not sure what. I can't account for all my body parts.
I really want to eat a whole cheesecake right the fuck now. Oh,
then
hey,
Rex.
look who it is.
Oh, it's our good friend, Mr. X.
Mr. Sex is back. Oh! Oh, no, no, no! I didn't know he could do that! I didn't know he could do that! Nick!
As he gingerly makes his way through the flora and
That
fauna.
was just a little hop, skip, and a jump into my fucking... Oh my god.
I didn't know he could step on the grass.
I actually, like, no joke,
There was a
I
sign.
held off just so that you could see him break through that window. That was a horrible, horrible mistake. Horrible mistake. Okay, if we can get back out here, we're in good shape. And we're in good
boy.
shape. Okay.
Thank goodness you had enough hit to HP to take a punch. Oh, wait.
And here I was thinking that the tense Mr. X moments were over and done with.
No, sir.
Okay, well, minor heart palpitations aside, I think we're down in the clear. This could be a relatively short episode. Assuming
You know,
I don't,
you've said that
blow
in the
it.
past, but
You know, I joke a lot about this game, but that second boss fight with William really is the worst one in the game.
check out our Limbo stream, 3 hours.
Oh yeah, that's right. I in all fairness, I cut a significant portion of that episode down, just by cutting out the parts where I got stuck in one place for 20 minutes.
Yeah, Limbo. That was I remember the first time we played it, we were in that little broom closet of a dwelling. I called my room at DC.
That's right.
Funny story. My sister Angelina found this out. If you Google my name, the first item that comes up is a tomato from my garden that I painted to look like a Dragon Quest slime.
That's hilarious. If you look up mine, you get about 50 million other Chris Becks, all of whom are more successful than I am.
Oh, well, I mean, you're not doing bad.
Yeah, but there's this one guy who's like a major like Hollywood music producer, which is kind of cool. Sometimes I like to like just send people the link to his Facebook and like, yeah, that's me. No big deal.
Wait, is this a VHS?
Yes. This is Williams Rampage Part 2. Actually, I think you've seen this one, but I'm not sure.
Resident Evil 7 started this trend again, and now they're just taking off with it.
Well, but at least in Resident Evil 2, it makes sense because it's 1998.
That's true.
Why they're using VHS tapes in, 2018 in Resident Evil 7 is beyond me.
Well, I don't know. We were going through my boss's office, and he had CDs from like 1999.
They say CDs are the most permanent way to save your music collection, provided that you actually take care of them. They're supposed to last until like the rapture.
Really? See, I just keep two thumb drives.
They apparently don't degrade at all, and the integrity
Really?
of the files that they store is pretty much flawless. So CDs are the way to go. Yeah. Now, like with digital files, the more you transfer it between device to device, the more quality dips after time. And then, of course, records have their own things, and cassette tapes have their own problems as well. So apparently CDs are the way to go.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. That's my piece of trivia for tonight.
So if firefighters fight fire and crime fighters fight crime, what do freedom fighters fight?
They fucking take out freedom.
There's my conundrum for the night.
So look,
Given the nature of Williams' work and the fact that they know he has like bioweapons on him, I really would have put a safety bullet in his head before leaving the room.
So
Call
is
me
he
a
like
cautious,
the,
but are they, paying by the bullet now, or?
Right. So, speaking of which, like, okay, William, is he just the scientist who works here, a scientist, or like, are there other scientists we don't hear about him, or is
Yeah,
he like
there's-
is he like the Steve Jobs of harmful pathogens?
So basically, Williams' backstory, he had an entire like team and lab under he was like Umbrella's golden boy for a long time under like finger quotes like the old administration, before they were all about the zombies. And so basically what he thought he was working on was something that could basically cure death. Like that's why he calls it like the Resurrection Project or the Lazarus Project or whatever its name is up here. And but then once he started getting pressured by Umbrella to weaponize it, he kind of went rogue, and they put him down here where he was pretty much a captive to develop the G virus. And he basically worked out a plan to make off with the virus samples himself. But Umbrella caught wind of it. They sent soldiers to kill him, and that's what you just saw. And at that point, he just injected himself with it. And yeah, rest is history.
I see. Now I know.
I love this part of the game.
easy.
That was easy. It's like the only part in this game.
All right. Now back
Thought
to
I'd have to do another puzzle.
I love that the creators of this game just trolled you here. Like, it could have been like a really complex puzzle, but...
Oh, I was fully expecting to have to shake that DNA tube, in the extrapolator, but no, we're good.
Yep, we are good. So let's see here. We've got... Now, here's probably the most boring part of the episode, where we just combine all of the gunpowder we've been stashing up to this point. So if you have any clever one-liners or things to discuss, this is your moment.
No, it's a Jewish holiday. All my writers are off this tonight.
Oh, yes, the High Holy Day where they announced Borderlands 3.
I think it was that the trailer leaked.
Oh, really? Now that
There's
I
no
actually didn't
official
hear about.
announcement, but the trailer leaked. Well, as much of a mess as Rockstar, or is it Rockstar?
No, it's
Oh,
Take,
no,
Take Two?
no. Take Two.
Is
Yeah,
that
as
them?
much of a mess things are right now out there.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that they weren't.
Well, I
doing
mean, I think if I remember correctly, Randy Pitchford, who's the CEO, is being sued by his lawyer and being called credibly a pedophile for
Oh.
having lost a thumb drive at medieval times with child pornography on it.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah, that will indeed do
That's
it.
that's the kiss of death.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, didn't Jesse Smollett just get off today?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, after all that
That
fake
that's
hate
strange.
criming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're not saying a crime wasn't committed, but we're not pressing charges.
Well, apparently, like, we as a nation have just kind of made the decision to stop prosecuting criminals if they have money. Because that's just what happened to the Patriots owner, right? Like, hey, we'll let you off as long as you admit that we totally would have got you. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's the chicken shit club all over again. You
Yep.
know, we don't have an airtight case, so we're just gonna hit you with the fine, and
Oh, slap on the wrist. Pop, pop. You go on your merry way.
as long as you got a good lawyer, you're gonna be just fine.
Just remember to blow that Knuckles whistle for us, okay? Yes, sir. Alright, so let's see here.
Oh, Duncan, he's all curled up on Angelina. You two are so cute. So
Oh.
I'm getting in the process of trying to buy my own house here, and
Oh, really?
tonight I learned a valuable lesson that when I'm living alone, I'm gonna have to stop making 5 pounds of Spanish rice in the evening.
Nick, that is entirely... Trust me, I'm a homeowner. You gotta believe in the power of neighbors who don't give a shit.
I have to break this habit of thinking, okay, let's see, how many potatoes do we need for this meal? Yeah, I think 2 pounds of mashed potatoes per person should do. Let's make it an even 6.
That sounds amazing, actually.
I tend to overcook, which is great for work the next day, but yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Let's see here. So at this point, we've got all the ammo and all the herbs.
Are we going into the final battle, or?
We're going into a final battle.
Okay, gotcha. I'm just wondering how much stuff we need to take out.
Oh yeah, that'll do.
Hey, while you're going through your inventory, what do you think is going to be your our next game project, since this is coming to an end?
So I thought it was kind of interesting that you brought up Limbo, because there's a couple chill, like, indie games that I have for free, by being a PlayStation Plus member that I've been wanting to check out. That would just kind of be like a nice change of pace after kind of the really intense Resident Evil binging.
Rattle off a few.
Well, the one that I was really thinking of, because it's so unlike anything else that we've played up to this point, was Gone Home. Just for starters.
I've heard things about that.
Yeah,
Decent
I know
things.
I know it's entirely narrative driven. So again, just kind of a good opportunity to shoot the shit.
Okay, all right, that could be something.
But then Firewatch is another one that I've actually done, but would love to share with you because
I have heard about it, but I've never actually seen it. But I've been curious.
So Firewatch I can speak on a little bit. It weaves a really intriguing mystery from start to finish. Like, I was not able to predict what was going on at all.
I assumed
so I'd be curious to see.
Firewatch was about watching for fires in a forest. Oop, here comes that boy.
Well, that's how it starts, but then you get wrapped up into something.
I've also heard really good things of, what is it, Last Journey of the Obra Dinn?
That one I'm unfamiliar with.
Oh, okay. Wait a sec. Is this just going to play out like it did for Claire?
We'll see.
Oh, right. Good point.
What the hell's going on?
I mean, in terms of her shooting him, yeah.
This time it actually works.
You know, it'd be really great is if she gave me that gun. Oh, William. Good night, sweet prince.
Yeah, I hear if you read Moby Dick on New Game Plus taking Ishmael's routes, Ahab and the whale become good friends.
Oh, man. Good times.
Oh, man, I love the Queequeg bee scenario. My favorite.
But we never meant for this to happen.
And another thing that I've been kind of thinking is I'd love to do, given that pretty much the one thing that you, Max, and I have in common is we're all kind of Final Fantasy dweebs. I'd love to do like a month of Final Fantasy.
Ooh, could someone get through 4 in a reasonable amount of time? Because I think we'd
yeah.
all be in agreement that is maybe the best game in the series for its size.
Yeah, Yeah, four is excellent. And I have access to the PSP version, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think you've gone through that version.
So you made this monster.
That's not fair, Chris. I have played through like 6 different versions. I can't remember anymore.
Okay, it's the one with the really shiny sprites.
I
But
think
not
that's
3D.
I think that's the one Final Fantasy PSP remake I haven't made because haven't played because it was the only one that didn't come to Steam.
Right. So, how you doing there, Will? So, Annette is portrayed considerably less favorably than in Claire's scenario here. She just fucking screws you right here. She just traps you down here with her monster husband.
We can't let him get away.
Yeah, thanks.
Tonight.
Like, Claire's like a total hero. She jumps down there and just gets ready to wrestle him into submission. Leon's like, oh my god, please no.
This game's gender politics.
It's okay, though. This is where the flamethrower pays off.
Tonight on TLC, I married a monster. So we're basically just gonna roast his face.
Oh, yeah.
huh?
That is precisely what we are doing. Oh! Boy, he just loves catching fire. Oh, hello.
He's
Where's
the
those
monster on
eyeballs?
Fire.
Hello. So with William, it's just okay. Or don't run. That's cool.
Take that hit.
Take the hits, everybody. Welcome back. There we go. How you doing, Willie?
I will say
Oh,
I'm not
come
gonna
on.
miss the glowing eyeball weak points.
Yeah, but you know, at least Resident Evil 2 was one of the pioneers of the glowing eyeball weak points.
Yeah, I suppose.
If any
but-
game has an excuse.
Sorry, all of a sudden I just realized you kind of got me more excited for Final Fantasy IV than I initially realized. Boy, that would be
Hello! You like that sick
throwing
dodge,
stuff.
Nick?
I'm convinced that was entirely accidental.
You bet your ass it was. Man, I'm getting smoked. I mean, it's not like we're in any real danger here, but still, have mercy.
Yeah, I keep thinking Leon's got some sort of dodge roll a la Dark Souls.
No,
but-
he does not. So have you taken the bait on Sekiro yet?
No, I really haven't. It just kind of seems too much like Noi. You know, kind of like
What's
Dark
Noi?
Souls. Noi, okay, Noi is kind of like Dark Souls, but super, super Japanese. Like, I think you're literally playing through the Edo period or something. It's like Dark Souls met Ninja Gaiden. And it's just not my cup of tea.
Hey Nick, you know what I didn't do?
What didn't you do?
I didn't take out the Magnum.
Ah,
Hello.
well, you got the shotgun.
Yeah, we're gonna make damn good use of it here.
But anyways, no, my brother, I think, is going to buy it in a couple weeks. I'll just kind of piggyback off that experience. But yeah, after playing six or so Dark Souls games, I feel like I've drank enough from that
Shit.
cup.
Yeah, played that game before, huh?
Yeah. It's like I don't need more of it. If I wanted to play that game
Yeah.
again, I'd just hop in Dark Souls. But
It's amazing how much easier the Magnum makes this fight.
we go to war with the weapons we have, Chris.
I was gonna say, like I said, I'm still holding fast to the fact that we are not in any real kind of trouble here, but you know, I joked about me screwing up a boss fight, and here we are with no Magnum during the enemy that is like the biggest bullet sponge in this entire game.
After you proceeded to avoid using the Magnum the entire time.
Yep.
Ooh, maybe someone could play through Metroid Prime. Now that would be interesting.
Ooh, that is intriguing.
Maybe I could do that. I don't know. I feel like I'd get too obsessive looking for everything.
I'm down with that though.
William's boss fight just reminds me too much of the amazing Omega Pirate fight. Okay, now this is just starting to look like that fight from Star Wars Episode 2 between Count Dooku and... Let's fight.
Yoda! Lightsaber! Jumping round! Everywhere! Nice.
Oh, is he?
We didn't
dead?
need that Magnum. We don't need no stinking Magnum.
I'm not afraid anymore, William.
Hey! I'm not afraid anymore! Did you hear me? I'm not afraid anymore!
Thank you for a stellar performance in that movie. What was it?
Macaulay
Robert
Culkin.
Loves. Oh well, yeah, Macaulay Culkin, but the old man was I think it was Robert Loves.
Wait, what? Oh,
Yeah,
the guy with the snow shovel?
Yeah. Yeah, his name is Robert Loves. He basically has been Hollywood's professional old man for the last 40 years.
Really? I don't recall seeing him in anything else, but maybe that's the genius of his method acting.
Oh, he's there. If there's an old man, sometimes it happens to be him. He's one of those actors with enough range to where it's like you can't tell it's him.
Look, I can play sad old man, thoughtful old man, happy old man.
He's like Nolan North when it comes to voice acting. You can't necessarily tell it's him.
And my personal favorite, party animal old man. Alright.
Hey guys, remember the 60s? I do. I lived them.
Sure you did, fella. Okay, so do not let me forget to take the Magnum out.
Jesus.
Oh, you're hurt.
Yeah, right. Oh, boo fucking who. Cry me a river, lady. I just took fucking 4 monster claws in the face.
I don't know how much I believe.
Just tell me you'll just.
That had to be a record, though, of, well, again, usually I have the Magnum, which has some serious stopping power for William, but I took a lot of hits that fight.
It's going to the FBI.
Sure it is, Leon.
Yeah.
She's not FBI. She's a mercenary.
You know, I feel like the real FBI has to be significantly more boring than the media. Like, the FBI is like always this mysterious boogeyman that they just toss out there every time they need a convenient plot device.
I hope you're right.
Sometimes they're like the like fix-all characters, and other times they're like the ones getting in the way of the good cop.
To the wrong.
But they're always there.
Right. Yes, the paragons of justice.
Indeed.
The straight men in a world gone mad.
So, Nick, another option that we have before us, too, you were mentioning the prospect of us kind of introducing each other to games that we haven't played. You have not played Final Fantasy X, correct?
Yeah, though I'd like to think there's some reasons behind that, but
Well,
yeah.
You won't know until we try. And I was going to say, that's one that I can practically speedrun. So that
that's
would be
possible.
more manageable in terms of just episode.
It would save me the trouble of playing through it, that's for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I have some legit criticism of that game. That is where it started to get more linear. But from a story perspective, I don't feel like it gets. I don't feel like it deserves some of the hate that it gets. So and again, you can kind of help me agree to disagree with that.
Well, it came off the heels of 9, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean,
9.
it was never gonna. It was never gonna trump 9, but
It was, well, you know, much like it wasn't 8's fault that it came after 7, it's not necessarily 10's fault that it came after the perfect entry, Final Fantasy 9.
Yep, and you and I are in agreement there. Like, there was no way that whatever followed 9 was gonna be as good.
Though I gotta say, I would love to
Damn it.
try to read a behind the scenes thing for 9, because I've always been curious about why they changed up the very last part of the game at the last moment. There never seems to have been a satisfactory answer on that, I've found.
With Necron
Yeah, like
instead of
hey,
Hades.
right. Yeah, there was never a good reason given. Like, even if I remember correctly, the arena that you fight Necron in has the eyeballs,
Eyeballs
from
that are on
Hades' throne.
Hades' chair. Yeah, exactly.
I would love to know why.
Maybe they thought that Hades was
was
a
just
little
thinking
too
about
dark as a fight, but Necron's not exactly.
This was kind of after the years of, you know, like having to worry about the censorship of like Crusader and Jihad from Final Fantasy VI and
Right.
changing Holy to Pearl.
Please.
Right.
Tell me you got it.
Well, I don't know. Either way, it wouldn't have made. It doesn't make a whole lot. That's literally the weakest part of 9. Is
Yeah,
its,
neither
its final
boss,
boss
made
fight.
much sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, and now we have to fight something after Kefka.
You're not
Right.
FBI.
Cujo, whatever.
Cujo. That would have been
He had a
hilarious.
tail.
Cujo
He wanted to
Cujo transforms into a ravenous
Why can't I
dog.
just hand her a sample?
Dude, did you ever read Cujo? Speaking of our Stephen King obsession. It's a series.
I have not, but it is on my list.
Okay, that's probably the only Stephen King book that I've read that you have not. Definitely give that a read, and we'll discuss it.
I've heard good things, trust me.
It's a lot deeper than the made-for-TV movie makes it look. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
It
there.
had something to do with like a wife who was cheating on her husband, and like the dog seemed to be some sort of punishment or something.
Yeah, I won't ruin it, but it is part of the Stephen King like multiverse too, which is kind of cool.
Well, I mean, every book technically, I think, fits into the multiverse.
Yeah. Yep.
Some to better degrees than others.
Yeah.
Turns out Kuja
yeah, I was gonna say
the
this
servant of the Crimson King.
right.
Ooh.
Hello. Yeah. See, and that's kind of a douche.
She didn't even flinch.
Though Ada kind of sucks too. I mean, after this, I'm gonna guess Leon has some women issues.
Smithers, what's wrong? Was there some sort of traumatic event that turned you off to women? What was the answer for that in The Simpsons?
I don't remember this episode actually.
Mr. Burns had told Smithers that his father had been killed by some Amazonians he had stumbled upon. I hope it didn't mess him up for life.
Forget it.
Shut up, I've got you.
It's not worth it.
It's really not, Leon.
I like how Leon is this nice, polite guy, and then, like, Claire's like, "Goddamn shitting son of a bitch!"
Yeah, I know, right?
Take care of yourself, man.
I'll see
Gun in
you.
one hand and her whiskey in the other.
Right. I'll see you in 8 years. Or no, 6 years. 2004, right? Resident Evil 4? Yeah, I'm correct. Just go with it.
Another game I need to play yet.
Oh, really?
I had played through most of 1, 2, and 3. Everything after that, I just kind of, I don't know, other things were coming out back then.
Okay, so 2 comments on that. One, Resident Evil 4, not bad, despite the raving lunatics about the game. Not perfect either. In much the same way that I enjoy Final Fantasy X, but recognize that that's where some of the series' problems started. It's the same with
Right.
Resident Evil 4. I like it just fine, but there are some definite cracks in the armor.
Resident Evil 4, if I remember correctly, also unleashed the Q virus on the gaming industry for QuickTime events.
Yeah, so not only QTEs, but then it's de-evolution into action game territory. So, I kind of never forgave it for that. But, I mean, it's a good game, but if you've done 1, 2, and 3, then you really do owe it to yourself to finally play Code Veronica.
Yeah, one of these days, and that's just mostly because I keep forgetting that game existed in its weird place in the timeline.
Yeah. Well, no, you didn't own a Dreamcast either, correct?
Well, there's that as well. Well,
Yeah.
I feel like there's other ways to get your hand.
Oh, yeah, they came out with the PS2 version as well. But, there's always a soft spot in my heart for the Dreamcast. Hey, the one woman who hasn't tried to dick you over tonight, Leon. Of course, they've hardly been together at all. We don't know what Claire's real motives are.
Claire!
You're down here too.
Yeah, but the whole place is coming
Yeah,
down.
holy shit, have you met the tyrant?
To get out.
I'm afraid to step out of any door right now, Claire. Any single door. This is going to have long-term effects on my psychiatric health.
Where are you now?
Claire, are you still there?
Like, every time a floorboard in Leon's house creaks, he
Are
just thinks, fucking Mr. X.
Are they still establishing that one of them is there? And
get outta here.
okay,
Yeah.
Damn it.
You there? Yeah, no, wait, are you there? Hold on, Claire, are you there?
by virtue of the fact you're responding with "Are you there?" tells me you're there.
Leon, are you there? I don't know, Claire, are you there? Okay, shotgun is going night-night, because we've just exhausted all the ammo for it.
Yeah, let's pull out our Magnum.
I'm going to do a safety save here, because like I said, I'm really not trying to impress anybody.
So someone at this point has hit the self-destruct button, right?
Well, that's what the dramatic music seems to indicate.
Well, that must be nice to listen to.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I see the timer, and all I'm hearing is gate music from Metroid.
Metroid, yeah.
Yep. That's exactly what I'm hearing. Ah!
Oh, for God's sake.
Poison Ivy has him. God, remember that creepy episode from Batman the Animated Series where Poison Ivy made that like fake family out of
Oh,
plant
yeah.
people?
Dude, that
And
was
like
fucked
Batman
up.
melts them in the end of the episode? That traumatized me for weeks.
Really showed her, though.
Oh my god, that show was something else.
Dude, the Batman cartoon is the single greatest animated anything ever. Okay, now we're just...
Whoa!
Is this a fucking joke?
I wish it were, Leon. I really wish it were.
Did he drop his hat? That's a source of power. Put it on.
Yeah, right. Leon puts
punches
on
her
his
head
hat
clean
and he
off.
immediately grows 3 inches taller.
Then it turns into the Metal Gear Ray, Metal Gear Rex fight from Metal Gear 4. This two giant dudes slugging it out.
Circling and circling. Oh. Ada, quick, hit him with a fan. Ada? Oh, right.
I heard fan, and I thought it was a comment on her being Asian.
No, it was literally that time that she hit him with a fan.
Fan, right. Quick, distract him with your fan dance.
See you in hell, Mr. X. Not quite as dramatic as when William got him, though.
Gotta keep
Wait.
going.
Wait, no, he's not dead.
I mean, wouldn't you be?
I didn't, what happened?
He just fucking blew up, Nick.
Oh,
I mean, if nothing else, he's not the same.
thank you, Discord. I think it, like, glitched for a second there. All I saw was him reacting to fire.
Like you do.
God damn it, Discord. And yet I do nothing about it.
You know, Discord's not our friend right now. It's, giving
It's
us,
a pretty
like...
abusive relationship.
It is. Like, now I'm just waiting for the next issue where, or the next update where hopefully they fix the, audio, or the video issue that's happening now.
Boy, this is, these updates are as bad as, Payday 2's.
What the hell? William? Is that you?
Oh, God, yeah, that's what we need is more William.
Yeah. Tell me about it. You know, he's just the one fucker that will not... Oh, by the way, remember when I said Mr. X wouldn't be the same?
Oh! Hello. Whoa.
Hey, buddy!
Wait, is his heart outside of his body?
He is a tyrant.
What sense does that make?
About as much sense as it made in the first game.
Oh, I thought he was.
Light him up, light him up!
I thought he was holding his hat in his hand.
Nope. So this fight is... I mean, the mechanics of it are pretty straightforward. But it can go...
Circle in and circle in.
Yep, it can go south pretty quick if you're not careful.
This is, Huh.
Light him up. Light him up. Light him
Oh.
up, everybody.
He's trying, God bless him. He's trying.
Line up, everybody. Line up, line up, line up, line up, up, up. Wait, did you ever... Oh, crap. Did you guys ever go through a Bubble Guppies phase in your home?
No, but we are going through a Muppet Babies phase.
Oh, okay. Well, time to put this ammo to work.
And I think Aubrey is really into... it's not Paw Patrol, but it's got puppies in it.
Oh, yeah, Paw Patrol's big in our house, too.
Yeah, I put on Paw Patrol for the dogs, and they just kind of talk about the stereotypes and whatnot.
Yeah.
This creates unrealistic expectations.
I know. Do you see Mr. X's body? Flawless.
Oh, well, I mean, he's genetically engineered to be perfect.
Creates an unrealistic standard for all men.
Oh, he's just Kratos. Okay, I see.
You know what'd be great is if we had the mod on right now where he's in his Speedo.
He's just in his thong. Yep. X gonna give it to you.
And you're gonna like it.
Dude, he seriously is just Kratos.
Yeah, he's a big hulking boy. Oh boy. What is this? What is this, Nick?
Are we gonna get some Keiju combat?
There's only one way to kill a tyrant after all. No explanation as to how she survived all that, but
Who?
Ada.
Oh, I did not see.
Oh, hello! Like I said, it can go south quickly if you're not careful.
Wait, I gotta sniff this dust. I'm better. Oh, I thought we were gonna get a fight between William and.
I'm about to eat some claw. Oh! Owie! My turn!
Point blank.
Yep.
Tell me that there's like some sort of a way you can unlock just going through the game with a rocket launcher.
Yeah, maybe. There was in the original game.
Oh, I would imagine.
I imagine they've, you know, given how many other tributes they paid to the original in this, they would be doing themselves a
Last
disservice.
Survivor. What chance did they have?
Oh dear God, I love this game so much. If I haven't said that before.
Shit. Gotta get out of here.
How fucking diehard is Leon right now?
Oh, right. You know, speaking of Die Hard, and Die Hard with a Vengeance, when the train goes off the tracks, apparently that train literally did go off the tracks, and that's
Oh,
why
really?
everyone looked so panicked.
Oh shit, that wasn't acting, huh?
Kind of like how Alan Rickman was told that they would drop him on the count of
3.
10.
Or yeah,
3.
and they gave him like
They're
1 or something like
Yep.
that.
Yep, that's what it was.
That look is just like pure betrayal and shock.
Wait, you said
Can't believe I actually
On,
missed
what
it.
the
I
hell?
was gonna back out on 2.
I was totally gonna pull my emergency cord. We know, Alan. That's why we did it. You guys suck. Ah, sweet little moment. But no, Max brought up a really good point in Leon's scenario. Like, in the original game, like, it's more clear that it's Ada who sends down the rocket launcher, and in fact, Leon goes like, "What, Ada?" And in this one, he's just kind of like, "Hey, thank you, God." This random rocket launcher fell into his lap.
I'll go. You take care of Sherry.
And the Lord will provide.
The Lord does provide. Oh, boy. So now, if you
Is it-
recall at the end of the A scenario, we saw some William tentacles busting through the back door here.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So now we've got the real final boss.
Oh, so this is like when you put together Oracle of Seasons and Oracles of Ages, and you fight Ganon at the end of the 2 playthroughs.
Yeah, only they have the courtesy not to make you play through two separate games to get there.
You know what I'm surprised about is that Nintendo still makes you buy Pokemon like Sword and Shield separately.
Yeah, right? What's that all about these days?
Why not just put it in one game cartridge? It's not like they can't.
Seriously. Okay. Last safety save, because who gives a shit? Ugh, that tiki drink is starting to kick in. Which should be great for this boss. I mean, like, what could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong
Hey,
with
a
a
knife.
horrible tentacle monster?
Thank God.
Ah,
more
gag
gunpowder.
weapon, my favorite. Hey, a little gun that has the bang flag that pops out when you pull the trigger.
Right? Wait
Oh,
a minute.
water gun.
Wouldn't it suck this is all just a Joker plot? You know, you see some, like, what the hell? Oh, no! Alright. Nick, quick, hand me my baseball bat.
You got a problem with death?
Yes. Hello, William.
Clearly he does, Leon.
You got a problem with death?
Be my guest.
You wanna fucking die?
It just got revoked.
Yeah!
I'll have what she's having.
Come on! Come on! Hit me! Hit me!
Damn you, Tony Zaza!
Hello. Alright. Okay. Hold still now.
Now, why would there be an eye inside the Stellara pit?
Yeah, I know. What? You know, when's he gonna evolve not to show his weak points?
Isn't that the next Disney movie they're making in the Star Wars series? It's just a movie all about origin story for the Stellara pit.
Probably.
It's in
they're-
between the Solo movie and the Boba Fett movie.
I heard after Solo they're taking a break. I think Boba Fett got axed.
Oh yeah.
Which is actually the second time that's happened to poor Boba Fett. He was supposed to get a pretty sweet-looking video game that never came to happen, and now I think they're holding off on his movie too.
So now we're not getting the Admiral Akbar trilogy.
So, are you familiar with the story behind the Boba Fett video game?
I am not.
So there was this really sweet trailer that was announced at E3 like, I don't know, like 6 years ago. And it looked really cool. It had some strong Shadows of the Empire vibes. And you played as a bounty hunter, but he was just kind of this like generic looking dude. And I think it was called like, Star Wars, not Order 66, but like Sector or something or other. But it was supposed to be like the seedy underbelly of Coruscant. It was supposed to be like a Star Wars crime sort of syndicate thing. And so the big twist of the game, so
We actually just met.
side note, it was right before Disney bought out the Star Wars universe, and LucasArts went under. So this game is in development hell for like 2 years, and then they cancel it. And at that point, they reveal to everybody, oh yeah, by the way, the big twist of the game, the dude that you're playing as, it's like he becomes Boba Fett. It's like, well, fuck, you know? Like, it looked awesome to begin with, and then, like, they cap it off by saying, at some point you were gonna get a jetpack and fly around and shoot people, so... Like, how fucking cool would that have been?
Oh gosh, that's hilarious.
Also, I love that truck driver. Just, like, well...
Yeah, thanks for ruining it for us, guys. By the way, plot twist, you were Boba Fett the whole time. Thanks a lot.
Fuck you.
If it's not,
Yeah.
we'll stop it.
Oh,
Whatever it
man.
takes.
Yeah, you're damn right we will.
Damn right
As
we
long as
will.
we stick together.
Claire, will you stop swearing
we'll be fine.
seriously? There's a child right here. Fuck you, Leon. I won't stop fucking swearing.
Hey, you guys get
Look at this adorable little sunset.
I know. I love
Fuck yeah.
Sherry right here.
a puppy.
Adopt me. We'll get a puppy. Like Leon's all of a sudden having all these commitment issues.
Oh, I thought it said a Patriots.
Oh yeah, I guess the screen resolution probably isn't as great for you right now, but fucking Discord.
Next up on this boring Wednesday. Oh, okay, I gotcha.
So that was the B scenario.
So I have officially played through the remake, relived my childhood, and experienced some new stuff. I have to say, it was delightful.
This is my favorite. Having played it into the ground now, this is my favorite remake of all time. It really is. Like, there's not a single thing that they did that I would have changed or didn't do that I really would have liked to see. It perfectly walks the line between feeling extremely fresh and being a very faithful recapturing of the essence of the original.
And they've been
yeah.
knocking it out of the park between this and 7.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, Capcom is on kind of a renaissance right now. I heard, a game that I really have to play, I heard Mega Man 11 is pretty sweet too. So, they're like all of a sudden refreshing and paying tribute to these classic series, which, and they're doing a great job with it. Devil May Cry 5 is supposed to be really good. Yeah, Capcom's just on a roll right now. It kind of makes me hope Square Enix goes into one of those same roles before long. But that seems to be the way of it. If you screw up long enough, eventually they fire all of the dudes that are in charge of the bad ideas, and they bring in people who actually give a shit. So.
If you keep putting all your chips on red, eventually the roulette wheel's gonna come up red.
That's exactly right.
If Dragon Quest XI has taught me anything.
That's right. You just reload that bad boy until you hit a jackpot. The people in his universe just must think that the Luminary has, like, psychic powers or is incredibly lucky.
Well, I feel like we could almost work it into the plot because time travel was a big part of it, so just every time he loses his money at the casino, we just break that orb of time again.
That's right.
Creating yet another shattered multiverse.
Oh, God. That's awesome. Well, we're going to skip the credits here because really, who gives a shit? Let's see what our ranking is.
Big boss. Wait,
Hey, we got an A. Not too shabby, Nick.
I got a ranking from the NRA.
Yeah, right?
4 hours, huh? That's all it was?
Yeah. Yeah, we made it in significantly shorter period of time than we did the A scenario. But again, I actually know more about what I'm doing compared to when we first... Like, it was kind of fun doing Claire A with you because that was all completely fresh. Like I had no real idea of what was coming at any given part, and it definitely had much more of a horror element to it than like knowing which zombies you can sneak past and which you have to headshot. It's
Oh yeah.
but not to say that it diminishes the game at all. It's just you enjoy it differently with subsequent playthroughs.
So overall, fun project, you'd say?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Highlights?
Highlights definitely Mr. X. Low points
Oh,
the William
yeah.
boss fights.
Yeah, Mr. Fex,
Mr.
X
FedEx.
definitely,
Mr.
definitely was not a disappointment.
Mr. FedEx. There we go. Their new mascot.
I will say again, no surprise to anybody. Mr. X is my favorite part. I loved the details there. I loved his interactions with the environment,
Yes.
being actively chasing you, the footsteps, and like the panic it induces when you're trying to figure out what direction they're coming from. Just that alone was worth the ticket price to me.
I completely agree. Mr. X is the highlight of this game, which is just full of highlights. I give it a solid 9 out of 10. And the only reason I don't give it a 10 is because there are parts, particularly with William or with some of the challenges, which venture more into frustrating. But even then, it's more like frustrating that I'm not skilled enough to do it. So, apples and oranges. My closing thought for the game is I could not be more excited that Capcom has announced that they plan on doing a remake of Nemesis, precisely because that game was kind of the inspiration for the revamped Mr. X, and I'm really curious to see kind of what direction they take that. Like an entire game where there is a persistent threat kind of tracking you down. That's going to be pretty intense and horrifying, and I look forward to it.
Yeah, I definitely want to see what they decide to do with that.
Yeah. I mean, you know what it's going to be. It's going to be shinier, bigger, better, and bolder. So, I mean, that's kind of what they're doing. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how they incorporate Nemesis in a way that's, fair, but at the same time, constantly, like, edge of your seat tense.
After the last few
impressive.
games that they've released, they've built up enough goodwill to where I'm, willing to just kind of take this one on faith and believe, I think they're going to do what needs to be done.
And especially given that with as much money as this game has made, they're going to bring back this team to be in charge of it, which is already a good sign.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, worst case scenario, we just get a prettier version of Resident Evil 3, which would still be pretty sweet. Best case scenario, we get something else like this. So,
Well,
that's
this
Resident
has
Evil
been
2.
a magical trip through Raccoon City. Thank you for being my tour guide.
Yeah, you're welcome, buddy. I look forward to finishing up talking time with you and starting some new stuff in the very near future.
Ah, yes, the post-tax season world will be a wondrous era.
That reminds me, final thought for the night. We've really got to figure out another project similar, or at least fun enough, like A Way Out, that we could do when you actually come for an in-person visit.
Oh,
So we'll have to start
I might have a couple
spitballing those.
ideas.
Excellent. Well, Nick, have a great evening, and we'll see you next time right here on Play the Hits.